So today, we have an interesting yet very good fight. Captain America versus Cyclops. Who wins? Let's find out. So, Captain America is physically superior across the board because of the super soldier serum. He's strong enough to throw his shield through tanks, knock out Rhino with one kick while he's rampaging and charging at him, kick through a reinforced armored door, casually carry a telephone pole, and pull down a mini helicopter with his bare hands. He's walked off massive falls and explosions, remained conscious after being hit by Namor, Hulk, and even Thanos, and he's routinely kept on fighting after being electrocuted, stabbed, and even shot, and sometimes he doesn't even realize that he's been shot. And he's so fast to the point he can actually see bullets coming his way, which allows him to easily dodge or block them. He's consistently dodged and deflected bullets while getting closer to the shooter, dodged and deflected bullets after they were already fired, and he's dodged heat-seeking missiles and even several of Hulk's punches, who, when going all out, can punch at the speed of sound. Yeah, Scott has nothing on that, but he is in peak physical condition, as he is strong enough to catch Emma Frost in her diamond form, send Pixie flying with a kick, and he carried someone for 15 miles straight. He's withstood being shot, survived a huge lightning bolt from Storm, and he carried Charles Xavier with a dislocated shoulder, 3 fractured ribs, internal bleeding, and a collapsed lung. And he's fast enough to evade several of Wolverine's strikes and to consistently dodge bullets and energy blasts. He's very impressive physically, he's just not superhuman. Steve is also the much better fighter. Like, Scott is an expert combatant with years of extensive training with the X-Men and is one of the best fighters that the X-Men team has ever seen. He quickly took down a foe who snuck up behind him, took out multiple enemies with his eyes closed, and he's even stalemated with Wolverine. He even perfectly uses his optic blast in his fighting style, which has actually allowed him to beat Wolverine before. More on that later though. But Steve is just far better here. His skill, experience, and his shield makes him one of the best fighters in all of Marvel, period. End of story. He's destroyed Deadpool and US Agent. He's bested Daredevil, Moon Knight, Gambit, Lady Deathstrike, Crossbones, Spider-Man, Iron Man, 3 Atlantean assassins at once, Red Skull, and even the Winter Soldier. And he's matched or bested people like Wolverine, Shang-Chi, and Black Panther. Steve is definitely better here. So, Steve is better physically across the board and greatly outclasses Scott in fighting skill. So, Scott's only chance is his optic blast. But to be honest, it might be all he needs to beat Steve. Due to his visor, Scott can control how powerful his blast is. He usually uses it to stun or to knock people out, but at its max, it's injured Juggernaut and World War Hawk. But just to make sure everyone is aware, the optic blast can't pierce through the vibranium shield. Cap has used his shield to block Scott's optic blast before. Now, despite Steve blocking the blast, it still sent Steve flying back a great distance. It's also been stated that his optic blast travels at light speed, and although I'd say it's faster than most if not all bullets, I doubt it's that fast, because like I said, Cap has blocked it and others have dodged it like Wolverine. Something else, however, is that Scott doesn't have to just use this as a long-range attack. Like I said earlier, he's really skilled at using this in close quarters, where more than most people can't dodge, block, or deflect the blast because it's at such a close range. There's also the fact that Scott is excellent at ricocheting his optic blast off several walls and other surfaces simply because his accuracy is off the charts. I'd even venture to say that he's better at doing this with his optic blast than Steve is with his vibranium shield, which is really saying something. Like, Scott has ricocheted his blast all around a large room, past several enemies, just to hit a very small switch on the other side of the room. He's taken down a foe who was attacking him from behind with his optic blast. He's destroyed several cars with one blast, and he's even hit Storm while she was flying, and he was dodging one of her blasts. But can Scott's optic blast even really hurt Cap? Well, obviously yes, they can, considering they've hurt Juggernaut and World War Hawk, Knockout Wolverine, and destroyed Sentinels. But I can't see Scott going all out to kill Steve. There's some level of respect between the two, so he would probably use a less powerful version than his max, just try to knock him out. So I'd say Cap can withstand at least a few of these blasts. Also, Captain America will be doing the same thing, not going all out, because there is respect between the two. Scott can also control how wide his optic blasts are with his visors. And finally, both of these guys are two of the best strategists and tacticians in all of Marvel, on par with each other and with guys like Star-Lord and Rocket as well. So, who wins? Well, this fight is very interesting, and it's also very close. Scott definitely has a great chance at winning, since he has beaten Logan, who's far tougher than Steve. But at the end of the day, I gotta give this win to Captain America. His shield is a perfect counter to the optic blast, and despite Scott's skill with his optic blast in close quarters, I'd still say Steve is better up close because of how is Scott supposed to fire his optic blast if he's being punched in the face by a stronger, more skilled fighter? See what I mean? Like I said, Scott could definitely win this fight if he played his cards right, and could definitely get a few wins over Cap, but for the most part, I'm siding with Captain America, and he's taking the majority over Scott. Captain America wins. Like and subscribe if you did enjoy, leave a comment of what you think, and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Go do it. Do it right now. Right now. Thank you. Anyways, all the great stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.